Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a TFA away days video. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, I was going to be away for the next few days, visiting some family, visiting some friends, and we're going to have these videos coming to you from random places. But that's kind of how it goes when you're away and you're traveling. But I'm still involved with this game and I'm still curious about La Liga team of the season, especially today with content and evolutions. And I want to talk about that because as I was traveling yesterday, I had some thoughts come around of evolutions, and especially related to one of the Evo leaks that we have possibly coming today on this game for a new left back Evo. A lot of the Evos are looking good recently, but I think we're missing that big upgrade. It's a small upgrade, but it's so big at the same time, and I'm just wondering how long is EA going to wait until we get that. We also have to talk about a big day for SBCs today on Sunday with all of our icon player picks. There's multiple of them, right? The 93 and the 90 plus. They're both expiring. Is EA going to bring them back? We're going to talk about that today. And maybe we're getting a cup or a league mode for La Liga TOTS as well. As EA mentioned, they are focusing on the competitive play for this week of La Liga. And that maybe means there's going to be another cup this week. Let's talk about it, guys. If you're excited for it, drop a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Now, we're going to go over yesterday's content first on a Saturday that wasn't that crazy, and I really don't have much of a problem with the content, but I am a little disappointed in one of the SBCs, but I am not disappointed with the player SBCs. These are solid here. Giovanni Kenda is a nice card. He's got the rapid, technical, incisive plus 5-star skills. If you're making any sort of Liga Portugal side, this is probably a card that's going to be inside of it. I think he's only 115,000 coins to complete. He's actually got a really interesting playstyle here. He has intercept playstyle as a right wing, right mid technically, but he can play on the left and the right. So that could actually make him kind of overpowered in the attack with how great of attacking playstyles he has and stats he has, but also having that intercept playstyle. He only has 39 interceptions, but having the playstyle might make him be able to intercept more passes when you're pressing on the right or left side. So I think that's kind of interesting. He is pretty cheap. Speaking of cheap, we have the Jimenez SBC, and this is about as cheap as it gets for a 94 rated team of the season card. Honestly, this is so cheap. Like we've mentioned for some player SBCs in the last couple weeks of TOTS, I think it's a must do. 85 and 86 rated squads with one team of the season. That's a piece of cake, honestly. For a 94 rated card who's usually an 83 rated fodder, as we mentioned when he was first leaked. Good regular playstyles, 4-star, 4-star. Nothing too bad there for Jimenez. Now, the last SBC we had yesterday is the one that I'm not super happy with, but it's because, why is this worse than the Serie A pack? We had an 84 times 5 for Serie A. We have an 83 times 7 here for La Liga. Now let's see if I can actually get this done super quickly on the video here with a bunch of cards in my duplicate storage. But I just feel like this is kind of unfortunate, as the 84 times 5, at least last week for Serie A, gave out so many TOTS. Like, I felt like I was giving a team of the season every single time I opened one of these, and maybe that's going to be the case when I open this one. Actually, I just realized as I'm doing this SBC that I have player picks I'm unassigned, and maybe we'll open those too on the video today as well. But like this one being an 83 plus, is this the worst of the guaranteed league packs that we have had on a Saturday of each week? Right, we get a new week of upgrade packs each Saturday with the guaranteed like leagues and the guaranteed ratings inside of it. And I just feel like an 83.7 for this week of this league is just a little bit unfortunate. I don't know, maybe it still is a pretty good weight on this because there's sure a lot of team of the season cards that are in packs right now and a lot of very good ones, and they are very cheap. As we talked about in yesterday's video, there was a lot of great comments on that video. I have not read through them all, but I was scrolling through some of you guys' thoughts and your feedback, and we'll talk about the market a little bit more today. I think you had some really good points. It's kind of like you're on one side of the coin or the other when it comes to the prices on the market right now. But I actually really want to open this pack. So let's open these player picks really quick and blitz through these. Actually, they're kind of good ones. It's a TOTS trade-in and a hero player pick. Guys, I opened over 3 million coins worth of the 88 times 11 store packs. Ooh, George's is nice. I opened a ton of store packs literally late Saturday or late Friday, early Saturday, trying to get these Spurs players because I wanted them first owner. And it did hit pretty good with some of the cards that I got, but it wasn't that amazing. I should have just invested in them instead. I even forget where I was going with that. Let's get back to this 83 times 7 to be completely honest, because I'm here to see if we get a blue or not. I do not get a blue. I do get a walkout, but man, I wish this was like an 84 times 5 as well, or maybe an 84 times 7, because there's just a lot of 83s in La Liga. Look, I have 4 players 83 rated from La Liga in that pack. So maybe that's just me being nitpicky and being a little bit annoying, but I just think that pack should have been better. It felt like a bit of a downgrade. I'm still going to do it every single day. I hope you guys are packing blues from it, but I guess maybe I was hoping for like an 85 or an 84 plus since we are in La Liga. Now, let's move through the rest of yesterday's content before we get yapping too much. Let's go to objectives here, where we did not have too much except for the weekly rush, the Flash Rush event, which was dropped every week on Saturdays, right? We have the Budimir card here, a striker, Croatian in La Liga. Not a terrible card, but not a great one. Again, it's the same exact requirements here as before. No evolution this time, though. Of course, in the last Flash Rush event, we had that really good TOTS upgrade Evo here for 30k rush points. We do not have that this time around, but we do have a decent Budimir card. And again, if you do play Rush, this is the time to do it now. You can get both of these done, get some packs, and get that objective player. I do have, as you maybe noticed, my week 7 weekly play here. I think I'm going to wait on this and open this a little bit later on. We've already opened some good packs today, but maybe later on this week, we'll open that one. Now let's go to evolutions from yesterday. This is where we had an Evo league that we looked at in yesterday's video. Amidst all the market discussion, we had a center back Evo league, and I was particularly excited for it, and I am. But I feel like if you don't have the right type of card for this Evo, this added time in Lisbon center back 92 rated boost isn't just the best. It's just okay, to be completely honest, especially for the price, because the first playstyle plus that is given out here is Power Header Plus. If that would have been the last one, I think that would have been better. It does fit the name of the Evo, like, you know, whatever, but Power Header Plus, you get Bruiser and Slide Tackle base, you get Anticipate Plus, some good upgrades, and you get Bruiser Plus as the third and final playstyle added. Now, for me, this evolution is a must-do because my 92 Maldini goes to a 94, and I specifically did not upgrade Maldini to a 4 playstyle plus card through the season pass Evos because I knew that I wanted to fit him in this or any sort of center back evolution since 92's fit to give him a boost. This is the perfect Evo for him. Matter of fact, I'm just going to start it right now. I'm spending so many coins right now. I had 10 million coins 2 days ago. Today I only have 6. But that's okay. I was packing Spurs cards, and Spurs won a trophy, so I'm still over the moon about that. But this Maldini looks insane. I mean, like, how can I turn that down, right? What a unique card. We put the Anticipate Plus on him, so none of his playstyle pluses change. He purely gets the stat boost, maybe another playstyle or something like that added as well. He has Rapid, and he has Quick Step Plus. Oh, what a card, man. What a card that is. So, I don't know. I mean, I do want to take a quick look here on Footbin and pull up a couple of the good Evo cards that are coming up out of this. I didn't know until just now seeing, when looking on Footbin, that this Ferland Mendy looks like a problem. Like, that card right there, man, 93 pace, 94 defending, 91 physical with the double upgrade of the Alpine Wall and added time in Lisbon. That's a Ferland Mendy card that looks crazy. He can play center back, obviously, as well from that first Evo. Bombito fits into this one, which is pretty cool. Like, there are some good Evo chains, but I honestly feel like you need a 3 playstyle plus player to put into that, unless you really want the Power Header Plus, or you're going to do somebody like Bombito like that. So that's kind of how I feel about that Evo currently. I think it has its place, and it's great for me, but I think for a lot of people, it's maybe not the best. But that evolution and the Evo leak that I want to show you guys here in a second is really making me question Evos again. If you guys remember, this is what I was thinking about as I was traveling. If you guys remember, I think it was like a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago now, I started to ask the question of, when are we getting 4 playstyle plus Evos? Because we're getting more and more 4 playstyle plus cards in game. Like, look at the number of 4 playstyle plus cards we have this week during La Liga. All of our Evos right now have been stuck on 3 playstyle pluses for a while. Sure, we just went up to the 92 max overall. That's great. Evos have been really good. I feel like I'm being a little nitpicky here with Evos as well, but I think with going up to 92 rated and seeing some of the 4 playstyle plus cards that we have out on this market right now that are very cheap. Like, I'm even going back to the first week of Team of the Season here to look at a very cheap 4 playstyle plus midfielder in Sem Stein. There's even cheaper cards than this on the market now for 4 playstyle plus players, but like, these are becoming more normal. And I just think it's got to be time soon for EA to kind of break the mold for these Evos. 3 playstyle pluses has been the norm for a while now, And I'm not saying it's bad. It is great because, again, Evos recently have been so good. Like this Azuri Anchor with the stat boost going into the mid to high 90s. All the Evos with pace recently, like still, I'm not writing off the fact that we can make a 96 pace striker right now, and the free Evo gives us a 97 pace right wing. Or is it a left wing? Yeah, left wing. That's pretty crazy, right? But I also think that a 500k Evo for a 4 playstyle plus player, whether it's a midfielder or an attacker, that would go crazy right now in this game. And I think that's what I find myself wanting, because once again, as we have another evolution leak, I'm looking at this leak and I'm seeing the same thing. It's max 92 rated, which is fine, and that's all good and dandy because that's where Evos are at right now. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a 4 playstyle plus boosting evolution, because I think when we actually get that for the first time, the leakers are going to go crazy. There's going to be the bombazo emojis all over Twitter, and it's going to be like, oh my goodness, 500k Evos incoming. Get your coins ready because we have a very, very meta Evo incoming. So that's just kind of maybe where I'm coming from with Evos. I know Evos have moved up a lot recently from being where they were really bad during Prem TOTS to being where they are now, which is way better, like the Evo glitch that we just had, right? Like, it's definitely been a good time for Evos. So maybe this is just me being too picky again, like I said, but the more and more 4 playstyle plus cards we get, the more and more I'm looking at like, I want the chance to make my own 4 playstyle plus. Now, let's talk about this evolution leak here, because I think there's a very high probability this could be coming today on Sunday. We always get Evos every single day of the weekend. Left back, 92, or right back, 92 rated, set to come, but it only gives 2 playstyle pluses. I find that very interesting. It says jockey and pinged pass are the 2 playstyle pluses that it gives. It gives a stat boost. Upgrade limits are over 90, which is a must at this stage of the game, right? Also gives a 5-star weak foot. And as you see down here in the responses to the tweet, he says that most of your players will fit, but 99 shooting does not fit. So that must mean that the requirements for this Evo that are coming out are probably pretty similar to what we have and what we just saw here for the requirements to like the Maldini evolution or even the striker Evo that we had. A lot of the requirements right now have been like max 96, max 98, and then maybe they make one of them kind of a little bit of a qualifier like max 88 physical. I mean, that bodes well based off of this tweet here. I haven't had the time to scroll through all of his different responses to see if like, does that Gareth Bale card fit? You know, is he going to fit? Is the Teo Hernandez going to fit? You think about right backs too. I've got plenty of right backs in my club that I would love to evolve. So we have questions, right? I'm curious to see how good this Evo actually turns out. But I think more, again, when I look at this, I'm like, it's just that one little bit extra. I'm like, I would love a 4 playstyle plus Evo. And I'm also very curious to why this is only giving 2 playstyle pluses. But watch out for this one because I think there's a very high probability of that one coming out today. Let's shift gears really quickly and talk about the market before we go too much further. Guys, as we talked about in yesterday's video, the La Liga TOTS cards are really cheap. Now, some of them did go up. Like, I'm looking at Rafinha. He was 2.9. Now he's 3.2. Jude Bellingham has kind of stayed right around 1.2 million coins. But look at Vinny Jr. Team of the Year Vinny Jr., as we talked about in yesterday's video, was 2.7 mil. Now, this card as a Team of the Season is only 900K. And the Team of the Year card, how much is he now? He's still 2.6. I find that crazy. I find that so crazy. These La Liga cards are still super affordable, which again, you have the twofold conversation here. You have the twofold conversation of, you know, you really like this, and you like this because it gives you the opportunity to buy the cards for a lot cheaper price. I look at Koundé right now, right? Like, why would you, some people are going to say, why am I going to do that Jimenez SBC when I can go buy this Jules Koundé on the market for 60,000 coins, maybe 65K? That's a crazy card for 65K when, you know, the SBC is around the same price or, you know, right in that same realm. Like, that's a crazy, crazy price for that card. And that's a good thing for some because it means it's cheap and it's affordable and you like that, right? And maybe even more packable. And then others, as I was kind of feeling yesterday, like with the Valverde situation, if you were to pack him, you see his card price, you're like, oh man, that's a little disappointing. So I think it is overall ultimately better when the cards are a bit more cheaper and when they're more packable. Guys, let me say this. I'm taking a look at Twitter and I'm seeing people, maybe this is a like AI or like a fake picture or something, but I've seen so many people make tweets about the La Liga rewards actually being good. That's motivating. That's great to see. It just seems like the La Liga pack weight is good. So it feels maybe a little bit nitpicky again. Maybe I'm just in a nitpicky mood. I keep saying that word too, but just to kind of look at the La Liga TOTS cards and to say that, oh man, it's too bad that they're cheap because it doesn't make it feel worth it. When in reality, we've wanted good TOTS pack weight and it feels like it is better during this week. So, I mean, I haven't opened a ton of packs myself besides the crazy store packs, like the 88 times 11s. Again, I was only using coins for those, and I was only chasing those because I was going for the Spurs players. But, you know, here's an 84 times 7 with nothing in it. But, you know, it does motivate you when the pack weight is better to try to open more packs and hit those bigger players, because it feels like you have a chance at packing them, even if they are a little bit cheaper. So for these La Liga TOTS cards, though, speaking from a market perspective, I would expect their cards to probably dip a little bit more today, just because that's the normal fluctuation that we do have on Sundays. We have squad battle rewards that's going to be coming out today, and everybody played squad battles at least one game last week. I think squad battles is going to supply the market a little bit extra today. It might even actually hurt some of the Serie A cards, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the rewards are a week behind for squad battles, and there's going to be tradable Serie A cards packed today from squad battle rewards, since they're kind of like a week behind. And remember, last week was the week where we had the score of 45 goals in one game in squad battle, so maybe people are getting a ton of points, but there's probably more rewards to go around regardless this week anyway. Now, last thing to talk about with the market, I promise. These cards, instead of spending 3 million coins on store packs, what I really should have been doing was thinking about buying the cards for the prices that they were on Saturday, because my goodness, have all of the Spurs cards absolutely exploded. I'm talking like this Van de Ven card was 900,000 coins late Friday night, early Saturday morning. Even like Dom Solanke, he was like 112,000 coins, and now he's like 200K. Like, oh my goodness, man. We missed out here big time. I hope some of you guys got in on this, because I did mention a little bit, like, I'm wondering how these cards are going to move. They flew. Only being in packs for 2 days, all being 5-star, 5-star. I was so focused on packing them. I mean, I'm glad I at least mentioned, like, hey, these cards are going to be rare. Like, try to invest at any good point you find an opportunity. But, like, holy smokes, man. I was not prepared to see some of the price rises on those cards that we saw. I don't know if it's going to last forever, because, of course, most of the hype is still in the here and now for Spurs fans who want to use those cards. I think we just got to be a little bit careful with those. But if you bought near the bottom, I would keep enjoying those cards, hold on to them. I'm going to come back from this holiday and be buying these Spurs cards for whatever prices they are, and I will be using them for sure. I'm going to use the full team, hopefully, if I have enough coins now, for these cards. But yeah, those cards going up yesterday were really, really insane. They went up so much, it was insane, really. Now, let's finish out the video by talking about today's content on Sunday. We already mentioned the Evo, right? I don't think there's too much else to cover there, except for there is an Evo expiring today, and it is the silver Evo. That was the silver striker one. But I want to talk about these icon picks really quickly, because icon picks have been a place where I've actually been doing some SBCs. After opening all those store picks and packs, I had so many high rateds. I actually went out and built a 93 plus icon pick, and I packed Javi Dream Chasers. And now I'm sat here trying to do the 90 plus pick, but your boy only has 2 90 rated cards in the club, so I can't even do this, which is unfortunate, and I don't like that about these specific ratings at the moment. This is the reason why the 90s are so expensive. So either I'm going to have to turn in some like random 90s from the club that I'm never going to use again as like SBC cards or something, which I don't love. Maybe I've got some fodder. Maybe I'll do this. How about this? We'll turn in Brune. Wait, was she an 89 or 90? I think she was a 90. Tielemans? I mean, I use them for the cup, but like I'd rather do this icon pick right now. And Willian, Rodman, Vermeer. Oh, this one's tough. I feel like I should just go buy a 90 off the market for that. Let me go pick up, who's another 90 rated card? We have, I can't even think of a 90 rated right now. I'm cooked. I'll buy a 90 rated and do that player pick later. But that's what I'm really curious about today is, does EA refresh this and the 93 plus? Because remember, the 93 plus was out for 2 weeks and it was very expensive, but it was 93 plus. It was so much better than anything else we had that it was really interesting. I'm hoping they refresh this. I don't know if they're going to make it 94 plus. Maybe they'll make it a 1 of, is this a 1 of 4 pick already? If it's not a 1 of 4, maybe they make it a 1 of 5. I hope they improve this just a little bit, but refresh it. If we go back to just having a 90 plus pick, that is not going to be good. And also watch the requirements on this, because this 90 plus pick is the one that had the exact rating number of players, like exactly 6 89s, exactly 7 88s. I'm really curious to see if that continues or if it doesn't. So watch out for that today, as well as our daily player SBC. Of course, right, we keep taking a look at the leaks of the daily player SBCs that we have out there. Let me pull up this graphic really quickly from Donk and some of the others who had that one. Balde. Balde is the big name still that we have not gotten. And Patrick Guijarro. We're still looking for both of those cards. Would one of them come today? Hopefully. Balde, I mean, there is a shout. There is a shout, guys, that either of those two could be potentially involved in a cup. And the only reason I'm mentioning this today instead of tomorrow is because when we had the league for Bundesliga, it was dropped, of course, on a Sunday. They gave us a little bit of extra time, and that would be more so of a competitive type of mode. And EA said this week that they are going to be doing more competitive stuff. Like literally that's on the loading screen, the news screen here of the La Liga team of the season. This week it's all about competition, right? Check out objectives to see the latest Ultimate Team objectives. So there's that. It's kind of pushing the competition aspect. Are they going to do another league, or are they just going to do a regular cup? If it's a league, if it's more competitive, if there's a big reward, kind of like how we had the Jobby Simons, it might be released today, so that's why I wanted to mention it. If it's just a regular cup, then it may be released tomorrow on Monday. So that's one thing I wanted to mention there based on the objectives and what we might see in game there today. And the last thing that I wanted to mention too, actually I already mentioned it, was the expiring Silver Evo. Actually, you know what? Let's do this 93 times 5 pack. I'm here for this one, man. If we get something good, we'll tweet it out for you guys that maybe didn't stay to the end of the video. I know you all do, right? Yeah. But let's open this 93 times 5 pack. I'll even open the La Liga guaranteed too. My dupe storage has been super duper full. Super duper full, man. But hopefully we don't have too much here. First, a La Liga guaranteed. I've got a lot of La Liga. Yeah, okay, skip. I've got, unless that's Griezmann. Unless that's Griezmann. Yeah, it's not. I have packed her so many times from doing the store packs. I don't have the TOTS counter set up right now on this setup. But guys, like, I think I packed 27 Team of the Season cards from doing 8 of those 325k store packs. It was crazy. Now, let's do the 93 times 5, man. We're doing it on vacation on the video. Who are we going to get? 93 times 5, CDM, German, new skin. Wait, she's 95? Is that good? I have seen 0 of these opened. She 94? She's 95. Come on, EA. Who? Oh. No. Bool and new skin? Those are actually both dupes. That Bool card is very good. Who's in behind this? Tell me there's somebody saving this. Kirkez and Lewis Skelly. You guys are going to have to tell me, is that par for the course on this? I have not used Kirkez or Lewis Skelly yet, but I really don't know if I have motivation to use them. Oh, man. Hey, you know what? That is a fun pack, and it's a pack, so you never know what could happen. But that's going to be the video for me today, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys maybe in a video tomorrow. Maybe it'll be 2 days. We'll have to see. I'll keep you in touch. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Sunday. Peace out.